We are on the website of creditinfocenter.com, and today we're going to read an article, Negotiate Credit Rating when Settling Your Debts with the Collection Agencies. And I will put a link in the description field of this video that will bring you directly to this article. Note, this page addresses debts that are with a collection agency. Here's the article addressing debts still with original creditors. Just click on this link right here. One very important but often overlooked area of debt negotiations is negotiating your credit rating. What exactly does that mean, you might ask? Well, when you look at your credit report, there are notations after a listing such as paid, as agreed, or charged off, and these notations affect your credit score. So when you are in negotiations with the collection agency, you want to make sure you're able to change these listings to your advantage. Because what's the point of settling the debt when it still may be hurting your credit score? Basic information on listing notations. When dealing with a collection agency, always insist on complete removal of a listing from a collection agency. Having a paid as agreed notation on the collection account will not help you. No matter what the rating, every collection account is a negative mark. It's not skin of their nose to delete the listing. If you do make a deal with a collection agency and wind up making arrangements to pay, and there's an original creditor reporting a charge off on your credit report, you can do a bit of cleanup. Contact the original creditor and tell them the debt was settled and they need to update your account to reflect this. Technically, they are obligated to do this, as this is the truth. The original creditor notations on the account should, at the minimum, say settled for less than owed, settled charge off, or paid was charged off, and the balance should reflect zero. For the creditor to not do this is a violation of the FCRA. Don't contact the original creditor about this if you plan on disputing the account through the method of verification system or just plain old credit repair dispute. If you dispute the listing and can't get it off your credit report, only then should you contact the original creditor about updating their account notation. Options if you have to accept an imperfect credit listing as part of your settlement. You may find that some of your creditors are willing to hold out longer than you are before agreeing to delete the negative listing from your file. It may seem that they are unwilling to delete the negative listing under any circumstance. Once again, let it be said that every creditor will eventually give you what you want if you speak to the right person, are patient and persistent, and make the right offer. But if you are on a timeline and even your attorney can't get them to agree to full deletion, you have a couple of other options. List the account as paid only. You may counteroffer that collection agency list the account as paid rather than delete it altogether. This is a true indication of the status of the account, and many creditors concede and agree to this wording. A paid status is still very negative for a collection account or an account that will show paid charge off or paid repossession. You should insist that the account show paid only and that all other negative notations such as charge off or repossession or collection are deleted at the same time. A simple paid notation on the regular trade line is neutral and should not hurt your credit. List the account as settled only. You may counteroffer that the creditor simply list the account as settled rather than delete it altogether. Settled is inherently negative listing, but not as negative as an unpaid collection. Don't agree to a settled listing until you have exhausted all other possibilities. Settled will still trigger a credit denial if you agree to a settled notation. You must continue to work hard to delete the notation through the credit bureau dispute process. List the account as paid, charge off, or paid collection, or paid was 30, 60, or 90 days late. This will be the creditor's first choice and your last choice of what to place on your credit report once you have paid. These notations are almost as damaging as showing the same debt unpaid. It sometimes happens that an account is easier to get deleted through the credit bureau disputes. Once it has been paid, the creditor now has no compelling reason to keep the negative listing on your report. For this reason, it is still usually a good idea to settle even if the creditor won't budge on deleting or positively modifying the negative listing. Now you've negotiated your credit rating. Next step is paying the debt. How you pay can make a big difference, so be sure to read our article on the correct ways of paying your debts. Of course, these are more articles about debt settlement, how to settle your debts on your own, difference between debt negotiation and debt settlement, and how to negotiate medical debt, and hospital bills. Again, I will put a link in the description field of the video that bring you directly to this article on how to negotiate credit rating when settling your debts with collection agencies.